Okay, I am getting hungry. Is it lunchtime yet?
It is, Ben. It's almost 1 o'clock. I'm getting hungry too.
I was just thinking I could make us some sandwiches. We have that nice ham and cheese we bought yesterday.
That sounds like a perfect, simple lunch for a Saturday. Thank you. That is very kind of you.
It's no problem at all. I will be the master sandwich maker. So, I will get the bread. It's in the bread bin over here.
I'll get the plates and the other ingredients from the fridge.
Okay, I'm just opening the bag now. Oh,
What is it?
yuck. That is not what I wanted to see.
Ben, what's wrong? You sound disgusted.
I am disgusted. Clara, you should come and look at this. Our bread has a problem. A very big, green and fuzzy problem.
A green and fuzzy problem? Oh no, you don't mean…
I'm afraid so. The bread is moldy.
Let me see. Oh, you are right. That is definitely mold.
It's so unpleasant to look at. Look at these two end slices. They are covered in it.
It looks like little patches of green and blue fur. It's quite fuzzy, as you said.
And there are some little black spots too. This is a whole science experiment happening in our bread bag.
It's only on the first 2 slices, though. Let me look at the rest of the loaf.
Be careful, don't touch the mold.
I won't. I'm just looking. See? The slices in the middle of the loaf look perfectly fine. They look clean and white.
You're right. The mold seems to be concentrated just on the end piece.
So, this brings us to a very important and classic kitchen question.
And what is that question?
Is it safe to eat the rest of the bread?
I was thinking the exact same thing. It seems like such a waste to throw away the whole loaf when only 1 or 2 slices are bad.
I agree. The other slices look so fresh and delicious.
So what do you think? Can we just throw away the 2 moldy slices and then use the rest of the loaf to make our sandwiches?
I know it is very tempting to just use the good slices.
It is. I mean, they look completely fine. There is no visible mold on them at all.
Or, another idea, what if we take a slice that has just a tiny little spot of mold on the crust?
Yes?
We could just cut off the small moldy part with a knife, and then the rest of the slice would be okay to eat, right?
That sounds like a very logical and practical solution. It saves food, and it solves our lunch problem.
I have to be honest with you, Ben. In the past, when I was a student, I definitely did that sometimes.
Me too. If I only saw a tiny spot, I would just cut it off. I didn't want to waste the whole loaf of bread.
But I have read some articles about this since then, and I am afraid I have some bad news for you.
Bad news. What is it?
It is a very, very bad idea to eat any part of a loaf of bread that has mold on it.
Really? Even if the other slices look perfectly clean?
I'm afraid so. We cannot eat any of this bread. We have to throw the whole thing away.
But why? I don't understand. If I can't see the mold, how can it be dangerous?
Because what you can see, the little fuzzy spots on the surface, is not the whole story. It is only a small part of the mold.
So the visible mold is not the whole mold. That sounds like a riddle.
It does, doesn't it? But it is a scientific fact.
Please explain it to me, Professor Clara. I am ready for my science lesson.
Okay, so mold is a type of fungus, like a mushroom, but very, very small.
A fungus. Okay.
And the colorful, fuzzy part that we can see on the top of the bread is just the part that produces the spores.
The spores? What are they?
The spores are like the tiny seeds of the mold. They are what allows the mold to spread and grow in new places.
I see. So the fuzzy part is like the flower of the plant.
That's a good analogy. But just like a plant, the mold also has roots.
Roots? Inside my bread?
Yes, the roots are called hyphae. They are a network of tiny, invisible threads that spread throughout the food.
So even if I can only see a small spot of mold on the surface, the roots of that mold could be spread all through the entire slice of bread.
And not just that slice. Because bread is so soft and porous, the roots can spread very easily throughout the entire loaf.
So the mold that I cannot see is the real danger.
Exactly. The invisible enemy. So when you cut off the little green spot, you are not actually removing the whole fungus. You are just cutting off its little flower, but the roots are still there.
This is a horrifying and fascinating lesson. My delicious bread has been invaded by a network of invisible fungus roots.
It has. So the number one rule is, if you see mold on a soft food like bread or jam or a soft cheese, you must throw the whole thing away.
So it is definitely not safe to eat any of this bread. I understand that now.
I'm glad. It's a very important piece of food safety knowledge.
But what would happen if I did eat it? Would I get very sick?
It depends. For most healthy people, accidentally eating a small amount of bread mold will probably not cause any serious harm.
So I probably won't die.
You probably won't die, no, but it can definitely make you feel unwell.
How so?
Well, some people can have an allergic reaction to mold. It could cause some breathing problems or a rash.
That doesn't sound very nice.
And some types of mold, on some types of food, can produce dangerous substances called mycotoxins.
Mycotoxins. That sounds very scientific and very bad.
They are poisonous substances that can make you quite sick. They can cause nausea or an upset stomach.
Okay, you have convinced me it is not worth the risk. It is not worth feeling sick for a whole afternoon just to save a €2 loaf of bread.
Exactly. It is always, always better to be safe than sorry.
So, what should I do with this loaf of bread now?
The best thing to do is to put it in a small paper bag or wrap it in paper and then put it in the bin.
Why should I wrap it up?
It's to prevent the mold spores from spreading into the air in your kitchen or inside your bin.
That is a very good and very hygienic tip. Okay, I am going to do that right now. Goodbye, you sad, moldy loaf of bread.
It is a real shame that the bread went bad so quickly.
It is. I think we only bought it on Wednesday, so it is only 3 days old.
I know. Fresh bread from the bakery doesn't last very long.
Why did it get moldy so fast?
Well, as we just discussed, mold is a living organism. It's a fungus, and just like any living thing, it needs certain conditions to grow.
And what are those conditions? What does mold love?
Mold loves two main things: warmth and moisture.
Warmth and moisture. Like water?
Yes, exactly. A warm, damp environment is a paradise for mold to grow in.
And our kitchen, in the last few days, has been very warm. It's the end of August, and it has been quite hot and humid.
That's right. And the bread was in a plastic bag.
Yes, the bag that it came in from the supermarket.
A plastic bag can actually make the problem worse. It traps the moisture inside, so it creates a warm, humid little greenhouse for the mold to grow in.
So the plastic bag was actually helping the mold.
It was. It was creating the perfect microclimate for it.
So how should we store our bread in the future to stop this from happening again?
That is the important question. We need to learn from this experience.
So, if a plastic bag is a bad idea, what is a good idea for storing bread?
A much better option is a bread bin or a bread box.
We have one of those, the wooden box on the counter that I just took the bread from.
Exactly. A bread bin is designed to let a little bit of air circulate, so it doesn't trap the moisture. But we made one mistake.
What was that?
We left the bread inside its plastic bag, and then we put it in the bread bin.
So, we created a humid little prison for the bread.
We did. It is better to take the bread out of the plastic bag and just put it directly into the bread bin. A paper bag is also a good option.
Okay, so a breathable container is the best.
Yes, and it is also very important to clean your bread bin regularly. You should wash it with some vinegar to kill any old mold spores.
That is a great tip. I will clean our bread bin this afternoon.
Another option, if you don't eat bread very quickly, is to use your freezer.
The freezer? You can freeze bread?
You absolutely can. It is the best way to keep it fresh for a long time.
How do you do it?
You can slice the whole loaf of bread first, and then you can put the slices in a freezer bag and put them in the freezer.
And when you want a slice of bread?
You just take out 1 or 2 slices, and you can put them directly into the toaster from frozen.
And it tastes fresh.
It tastes like it was baked this morning. It is a brilliant trick to reduce food waste.
That is an amazing tip. I think we should start doing that. We don't eat bread every single day.
So we can freeze half the loaf and just keep a few slices out for the next day or 2.
Well, I have learned so much about mold and about how to store bread, but I have one very important and immediate problem.
What is that?
I am still very, very hungry, and we have no bread to make our sandwiches.
Oh, you are right. Our entire lunch plan has been ruined by the fungus invasion.
It has. So, what are we going to eat for lunch now?
Let's look in the fridge again. We still have the ham and the cheese.
And we have the salad ingredients, the lettuce and the tomato and the cucumber.
We just don't have the main carbohydrate. We don't have the bread.
Is there anything else in the kitchen we can use? What about the cupboard where we keep the pasta and rice?
Let me look. We have pasta, but that takes a while to cook. And we have some rice. We also have that box of crackers.
Crackers, that's an idea. We could have a ploughman's lunch.
What is a ploughman's lunch?
It's a very simple, traditional English lunch. It's not really a cooked meal. It's just a plate of cold things.
What kind of things?
Usually some good bread, some cheese, some ham, and a pickle or an apple.
So we could have a version of that, but with crackers instead of bread.
Exactly. We can make a nice little platter with the ham, the cubed cheddar cheese, the crackers, and some of our olives.
And we can have a fresh salad on the side, with the lettuce and the tomatoes and cucumber.
That sounds like a delicious and very sophisticated lunch. It's much more interesting than a boring old sandwich.
It is. It's a European-style lunch platter.
The moldy bread was a blessing in disguise. It has forced us to be more creative.
I love our new lunch plan. It is much more elegant than our original sandwich idea.
I agree. So, let's get everything ready. I will wash and chop the salad vegetables.
And I will slice the ham and cube the cheese. And I will arrange everything nicely on a big wooden board.
It will look so beautiful and colorful, like a picture from a food magazine.
We should probably add fresh bread to our shopping list for this afternoon.
Yes, definitely. And this time, when we get it home, what are we going to do?
We are going to take it out of the plastic bag immediately.
And we are going to put half of it in the freezer for another day.
And the other half will go into our very clean bread bin.
We are now official experts in bread storage. We will never have a moldy bread crisis again.
I hope not. It is such a sad sight to see good food go to waste.
It is. This whole experience has been a good lesson in food safety and food waste.
It has. It's interesting, isn't it? A small, everyday problem can actually be a great learning opportunity.
It can, if you are curious and you ask questions.
Well, I have finished chopping the salad. The cucumbers and tomatoes are all ready.
And I have finished arranging the platter of ham, cheese, and crackers. It looks like a work of art.
Our lunch is ready to be served. And it looks 100 times better than a sandwich.
It really does. I will just get the plates.
Thank you again for your very scientific and very helpful lesson about mold, Clara.
You are very welcome, Ben. I am glad my nerdy interest in fungi was finally useful.
It was extremely useful. You have saved me from the potential danger of eating invisible fungus roots.
It is my duty as a good friend to protect you from invisible fungus roots.
And you have also taught me how to store bread properly, which is a life skill that I will have forever.
I am happy to have improved your domestic skills.
So, this little drama had a very happy ending.
It did. We learned something new, we solved a problem together, and we have created a much more delicious and interesting lunch for ourselves.
I am so hungry now. Can we please eat?
Yes, let's eat. Let's take our beautiful lunch platters and go and sit on the balcony in the sunshine.
A perfect plan.